Hi guys, Uncle Jesse here.
And Zion here.
We just wanted to finish up this wine video. I know it's overdue, but on the 20th I racked up the wine and got it all in what few bottles I had in jugs. And of course the camera's got to go black and the frogs has got to go and the dogs has got to bark. So let's get into it.
Welcome to Uncle Jesse's Philippines Adventure. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, please. Thank you.
I love you. I love you.
We need money.
Yeah, she's still fermenting. If you look real close, you can see the bubbles. And that's the grapes on top. Just a sneak peek for the next video. Alright, I'm racking the wine and getting it up into our bottles. And sometimes this can be a tedious job. Remember, we let our wine sit 10 days. Then I strained it up, got all the grapes and everything out of it, sieved through it. Then we let it sit another 10 days to settle a little bit. And now we're racking our wine into our bottles. Now, if I had a bunch of several wine carboys, I would have racked them into that and capped them off and let them set a month, maybe 2 months to settle before I actually racked them over into our bottles. Now, you can let it sit in your carboys and settle out and get real clear, and then you can rack it over into other carboys, which is wine jugs, and let it sit and settle out some more. And when it gets really good and clear several months down the road, then you can rack it over into your bottles and cap them off and have you a beautiful good wine with very little to no sedimentation down at the bottom. Well, I don't have all the stuff to do it with. I'm slowly collecting it up. So, you know, when you have a hobby like this, it takes time for you to get your stuff together. And all my other stuff was back in America. I think my daughter's got it off in a shed somewhere. But you have to take your time and get your stuff together and just fill it out. So as we rack our bottles up, I just set them over on the shelf and let them settle down. And that way, sorry about this fan. I keep forgetting about this fan. That seems to be all it picks up is a fan. But we racked our wine up and got it over in the bottles and got it settled. And let's continue on with this, and then let's see what we got. All right, guys. That's what we got. That's what it looks like so far. It's going to get clearer and clearer as it settles. And we got it in our bottles. I think it's done fermenting. It's been 20 days so far, and we'll keep a check on it today and tonight, and see how it works out. And I'll crack a couple of them open. If I hear any psst, then I'll know it's still working off slowly. But I'll keep a check on it, and thank y'all for watching. Go to Zia's channel. She's sick today. She's in the bed. That trip wore her out. But that's what we got. We got 2 big Gatorades. We got 3 half-gallons of Welch's, the jars. 2 big Gatorades. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liters liquor bottles. We got a smaller tequila bottle, and then we got 1 liter Coke bottle full. So That was a good work off there in our little 5-gallon water jug. Of course, I didn't have it quite almost 5 gallons. It was probably between 4 and 4.5 gallons, and but that's what we got out of that grape wine. And now you can put a oak charred wood chip in this and let it age, and it'd make it mighty fine. But when you mix grapes like that, you don't get a dark purple as if you was using the straight Welch's grape juice. I think they put a little food coloring in that too. Don't tell nobody, but I could be wrong. But anyway, this is what we got in our pot, and it's mostly sludge. If you can see in there, it's mostly sludge. We're gonna throw that out. So we didn't have a whole lot of waste. I spilled a bunch on the floor here, and trying to work that little hose I got. I've never used a little siphon hose like that. I've always used a regular garden hose to siphon with. But anyway, let's see. Now, when you're making wine, boy, they got to talk when I talk, don't they? When you're making wine, winemakers put a lot of sulfites in their wine, and that keeps it from turning into vinegar. Well, that's what gives you a hangover. If you ever drink a bottle of wine, or you drink a couple glasses of wine and you get a severe headache, the sulfides are what's causing it, and that helps protect the alcohol from turning into acids, which makes vinegar. Also, I wrote this down. It controls wild yeast and other bacteria growth, which can convert the alcohol into vinegar. Now, we're going to show you how to make vinegar, and I wrote that down so I could remember everything. We're going to show you how to make vinegar, and it's very easy to make vinegar. And I wish I'd have done some research on mother of vinegar, but you can take some natural vinegar that's made with mother of vinegar, look it up, and you can make your own vinegar with your wines. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take this bottle of natural coconut vinegar. I forgot all about it. It was sitting over here by the refrigerator because I saved these little bottles for different stuff. Excuse me. And actually, it kind of looks like mother of vinegar. We got a bug flying around here. All right. And we also have regular cane vinegar. And here, baby, go cut the top off of that or tear it. And then we have our wine. This is what our wine turned out. Now, let's have a little taste of our wine. See what we got going on here. Is that thing still playing? Yep. All right, I racked it up on the 20th. And then we got into celebrating Zia's birthday and just being generally lazy, hanging around the yard playing with our dogs. What do you think, babe? Smell. Taste it. Zia don't drink. Let's see her reaction. Taste it, baby. Oh, is it strong? Does it taste like vinegar?
I don't know what this tastes.
You don't know. She don't know the taste of alcohol. Oh, man. Oh, that is really good. And the longer it sits, the better it's going to taste. It's called aging. Wow, that is really starting to come around. Wow. I got a bunch of this wine, about 4 gallons. So, let's see how to make a little vinegar. Thanks, dear. That vinegar feels good all down my shirt. I'll smell good later. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our mother of vinegar and this regular vinegar, and we're going to pour it into our wine. Now I've only got about a half a bottle of wine here, which I'm going to pour me another shot. That's pretty good. And I'd say my wine turned out to be between 12 and 14% alcohol, because it's pretty strong there. Oh man, that's good. All right. So this also had a little bit of what did it have in it, baby?
Vinegar, onion.
It had
garlic.
onion and garlic and what else? Hot pepper.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good mix. It makes a good wine, good vinegar. You put garlic and peppers and onions and regular black pepper and stuff, and it makes you a spicy vinegar, and that's really popular here in the Philippines. So we're going to pour that into our wine. Oh, need to get me some funnels. And then we're going to pour our regular vinegar. Let's see if I can make a bigger mess because I don't have a funnel. No, we're going pretty good with that. And these little gnats flying around my face, I ain't never had a problem with gnats here in the Philippines, but right now there's gnats. All right, there we go. You know, in the South, when you get to doing something and you got to concentrate and keep from spilling it, 10,000 gnats is gonna fly in your face and mouth and just mess up everything. And I've seen people running around the yard swatting at bees and gnats, losing their ever-loving minds, and I've been one of them. Okay then, here baby, we can do away with that. So now, these bugs, what in the Sam hell? Alright, so we're just gonna put this in our wine mixture and get our bottle topped off. Let's get all that goodness out of this bottle. Here, let's get some goodness out of this bottle too. Ooh, mad scientist. Alright, let's put a cap on this. Ooh. Put a cap on this and get some of that garlic I see up there down in there. There we go. Get it all in there. And then we're going to set these two bottles over here because they need to be cleaned. And give it a little shake. Just make sure, and it don't matter, your stuff that's settled in the bottom is going to get mixed up in there. It's fine. It'll be great. Okay. And then you just crack your top. Let it breathe. Set it up on the shelf. You can put your paper towel over it with some rubber bands and then pop your top back on it to keep the bugs out. Just let it breathe. And eventually you'll have some of the best vinegar. Way better than what anything you can get in the store. Trust me. Try it. You'll like it. Let's give the vinegar a little taste. Now vinegar is good for your digestion. It's overall good for you. I try to use a little bit of vinegar just about every day. That's why I'm so purty. Oh yeah. Oh, that is awesome. So guys, I hope you like this. And I hope it helps you with your wine making. And if you get addicted like I did, not to alcohol, but to having a hobby of making wine and making your own liquors, make sure that you try to keep everything clean. And now a lot of people use those sanitizers and like I said, the winemakers use those sulfides and they use it. I don't like using any of that because my theory is I keep it clean. I've never had a batch of wine turn into vinegar. And I've saved bottles of wine 5 and 6 years. And my aunt that had passed away, my mother had given me a bottle of her wine that I know was over 25 years old. And it was still good, and it was good and strong. Of course, she probably mixed a little moonshine in with it, but that's in a previous video. Y'all go look it up. But I've seen people make homemade wine and put it up in jars and leave it 25, 30 years. And you crack it open and drink it, and it was just as good as it was 6 months after it was made. So as long as you keep it clean and rack your wine and get your bottles tapped off and put your tops on them and put them in a cool, dark place, there's no reason why it should turn into vinegar. So, but you can use all those products if you like. They may help you, you may prefer them. I don't prefer anything in my wine but homemade wine. So, y'all try it out. Y'all experiment. You can make wine out of any fruit. You can make moonshine out of anything. And I mean anything. And we'll get into that in another video. So I hope y'all enjoyed these videos on making wine. And I hope everybody's good to one another out there. And I want y'all to have a good day.
Good day.
Good one, dear. Let's try that again. So, I hope everybody's good out there to one another. I hope everybody has fun making their own wine. And I want everybody to have a good day.
Good day.
Cut.
Cut.